Hey guys, welcome back to another video with me. So today we're going to be watching woke TikToks. It's basically preaching the same thing I've been preaching, but sometimes we need to hear it from other people. So let's get into these videos.
How did we get into this shit? Like, how did they put us under a spell? There's certain teachers I always listen to, and Rashad Jamal is one of them. Peace to him and sending so much love. Let me just say this. Every time I mention him, I notice I get a lot of negativity in the comments. Lets me know your eye is not as open as you think it is. However you feel, we spread love around here. If you're looking for negativity, this is not the page for you. Now that we got that out the way, let me break this down for anybody who's confused like I was. Imagine you came into this world with a divine blueprint, an energetic coding that connects you directly to source, as well as your true power and infinite potential. These are your light code, frequencies and knowledge that allow you to manifest, heal, tap into wisdom beyond this physical realm. Somewhere along the way, something or someone decided if you truly know who you really were, illusion of control would really crumble. And I mean, they wasn't wrong, because we see it happening right now. So, what happened? The lockdown on your light code system was put into place to keep you from happened. The lockdown on your light code system was put into place to keep you from accessing your full self, your highest potential. You were taught to doubt your power, to suppress your gift, to believe in limits that were never meant for you. Again, I ask, how were we put under this spell? And I say spell real loosely because I'm not talking about no fairy tale magic. I'm talking about programming, mind conditioning, carefully constructed system designed to keep you asleep. Here's how they did it. Some dirty scoundrels. First things first, language manipulation, because y'all know words carry frequency. Any of the words and phrases we use on a daily are designed to disempower us. Words cast reality, which is why it's called spelling. We're taught to say things that limit us without even realizing it. Next on the list, religious indoctrination. Many religious truths were hidden, distorted, demonized. Instead of being taught that we are divine creators, we were taught that we are powerless, sinful, and need an external authority to save us. Do y'all know there's people still waiting on Jesus right now? What a shame. We cannot forget about the media and entertainment. Movies, music, and TV flood our subconscious. Think about the messages that's pushing fear, lack, most definitely separation. Truth is often hidden in plain sight, wrapped in fiction. That's just so we never take it serious. Let's bring it on around to the education system. We weren't taught how to think, we were taught what to think. Creativity, intuition, free thought, these were all discouraged in favor of memorization and, of course, obedience. Because I could really go far with this last one, make sure y'all stay tuned for my next video. I'm talking about the food and environment. Processed foods, chemicals in the air, got toxins in everyday products to lower our vibration. Allegedly, TikTok, I'm just playing. Kind of like they trying to disrupt our natural flow. Imagine having a high vibration being trapped in a low vibrational world. That's how they keep the lockdown in place. Now let's get to the why. If you wake up, you become uncontrollable. Start manifesting effortlessly, remembering that the only real authority is within you. An empowered population does not need permission, validation, or a system designed to keep them small. The good news is the lockdown is breaking. More and more people are deprogramming and remembering who they are. Once we start unlocking our own light codes, they cannot shut us down no more. Spell is broken the moment you stop believing in it. You were never meant to be trapped. You were meant to shine like that sun from which you come from. Shouts out to everybody who attended my Puff and Paint event this weekend. We had an amazing time. If you thought that was a good time, you do.
Do you agree with what she's saying? Honestly, I agree. And it's especially about the waiting on Jesus part and about the society. What I've noticed is that they have us under a complete spell, right? And then have you ever noticed that the third world countries, the countries with the most magical land, like the most magical soil, those are the ones that they like hammer in religion in those places. They hammer it in because those countries, those lands are so magical, so powerful, and they hammer it into those people. So they're programmed in such a way that they'll like never wake up. They'll never see what's really going on in front of them. Like the way they have us programmed under like a spell is absolutely nuts. And then they have these foods that they're selling in the stores. Like, come on. Like, the restaurant foods are not good for us at all. At all those are doing are helping to block our third eye so we cannot see. You know what I mean? They're just putting junk and garbage into our bodies, lying to us about what they're giving us to eat. Like, there's so much going on in the world, but you won't be able to see it unless you truly wake up to it. And a lot of people, it's really hard for them to wake up for it because the programming that they've had their entire lives, for them to come out of that programming, it's like a nightmare. Some of them, I've literally had conversations with Christians who would cry because they knew that something was wrong with what they were believing in, but they just couldn't allow themselves to think outside the box because that is all they've ever known. Like, it is so, it's really toxic. It's dangerous because then you have people spiraling, and they're literally spiraling because they want change, but they don't know where to look for change. They don't know how to get this change.
Now that we are awakening, let's go ahead and watch this clip from The Lion King. But before we do, let's talk about it so that you can look at it from the correct lens. Mufasa is God. Simba is God's son. Scar is Satan. Satan, aka Scar, took God's spot, which is Mufasa, and then God's son, which is Simba, ran away. He runs away because he's lost and in fear. And then he runs into Rafiki. Rafiki tells him, your father isn't dead, he's alive. He's using present tense because he's telling Simba, like, you confused. Even though you feel like your father has transcended this realm and you feel like he's dead, that is when we really become alive. So then Simba looks into the water and sees his reflection. Then he looks away and then he looks again and sees his father's reflection. His father, who is Mufasa. Mufasa, who is God. God is within him. Mufasa told Simba, you have forgotten me because you have forgotten who you are. If you've forgotten who you are, you've forgotten me because I am God and so are you. Remember who you are. Now let's watch the clip and look at it from that perspective and see how powerful it is.
You stop following me? Who are you?
The question is, who are you?
I thought I knew. Now I'm not so sure.
Well, I know who you are. Shh, come here. It's a secret.
Enough already. What is that supposed to mean, anyway?
It means you're a baboon, and I'm not.
I think you're a little confused.
Wrong. I'm not the one who's confused. You don't even know who you are.
Oh, and I suppose you know.
Sure do. You're Mufasa's boy. Hi.
Hey, wait! You know my father?
Correction. I know your father.
I hate to tell you this, but he died a long time ago.
Nope. Wrong again. He's alive. And I'll show him to you. You follow old Rafiki. He knows the way. Come on. Don't stop. Hurry up.
Oh, wait.
Come on. Come on.
Would you slow down?
Stop. Look down there.
That's not my father. That's not my father. It's just my reflection.
No. Look hard. You see, he lives in you.
Father?
Simba, you have forgotten me.
No. How could I?
You have forgotten who you are, and so forgotten me. Look inside yourself, Simba. You are more than what you have become. You must take your place in the circle of life.
How can I go back? I'm not who I used to be.
Remember who you are. You are my son, and the one true king. Remember who you are.
No, please, don't leave me. Father, don't leave me.
So you see, as he was running through the jungle, it was loud. It was a lot of noise. And when Rafiki stopped him, it became silent. He told him to shh. That's telling you to go within. You have to have silence to do so, though. That's meditation. Then when Mufasa is talking to Simba and telling him, remember who you are my son. Just look at the scenery. He's sitting and the sun is sitting behind his head and the rays are beaming. It's letting you know God is the sun. You have God within you. You are God's son. And I don't mean S-O-N, I mean S-U-N. Come from darkness, but we have the light within us. Let your light shine. Peace, love, and light, and gratitude for watching. Now that we are awakening.
And you heard, and it's true, we do have God within us. Within, not an outside source.
Some people just live their lives and die, never realizing that they were born from the spirit world. It can be difficult for them to understand while in physical form. Often they refuse to believe even after experiencing their true spirit selves.
Crazy, right?
Yes, but I do believe in the spirit world. What about reincarnation? Reincarnation? I don't know much about that.
Reincarnation is the Buddhist philosophy where humans are reborn many times between this world and the next. And I agree. Huh? I get the feeling that I was an aristocrat or king in a past life.
You guessed correctly. You were an aristocrat in your past life.
Seriously?
Is that so? People are reborn in different countries and eras as they accumulate experiences for growth. These are the core principles and teachings of reincarnation, a cycle of perpetual rebirth. But when the time comes for them to be reborn, they must forget everything they know and start their lives anew once again.
But why is that? Because that is the rule on Earth.
Wait, what do you mean?
What we mean is, the whole challenge of being in human form is key to remembering your spirit self. Whoa, but wait, that's way too difficult. It's impossible.
I understand. It certainly is difficult on Earth today as we know it. Just mentioning aliens or the spirit world can be controversial. It can get you laughed at too. Which is unfortunate, because throughout life, people have been given different opportunities to remember their true selves and the spirit world.
Haley.
And since they are unable to remember, they find themselves in conflict over different philosophies and harbor animosity toward each other, unaware that they were once families and friends in their past lives. You see? It's such a pity.
That's because you've all forgotten your true selves. Our true selves? What do you mean? I don't understand. Who are you? When looking at me, what you actually see is you, reflected back. Try to remember your own true self, the truth of your soul within you.
Ridiculous.
Do the exercise. We're going to say rock star to ourselves without opening our mouths, without saying anything outside. We're going to say this to ourselves. We're going to say rock star to ourselves. Don't say it out loud at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now the question to ask, if you've said rock star in your mind, the question to ask is, what voice is that? What voice is that? What voice just spoke? You just said rock star without moving your mouth at all. On top of that, you on top of saying rock star, you heard yourself say rock star. How can you hear yourself say rock star and no vibration of sound has happened? See, this puts a different perspective on what sound actually is. And what memory is. Memory's not in the brain, memory's in the soul. The only thing you take with you after this life is your memories or your knowledge, your experiences. That's the only thing you take. Unless you study Egypt culture, they believe you can take all this stuff with you on the other side. Just as a side note. But if you said rock star in your mind or in your being is the true answer, is the true statement. In your being, what was that voice? What was the voice that spoke and then you heard yourself speaking? But these ears did not hear you say anything because your mouth didn't move. So the ears didn't hear it, the mouth did not move, but you spoke and you heard yourself speaking. If you close your eyes, you can see this better. If you close your eyes and put this image in another sight, if you close your eyes, you can still see this. What is the sight that can see your future? These two eyes don't see the future. These two eyes don't see the past. Yet, you can see your past and you can see your future. You can actually see your past. What is the sight that can see beyond time? Don't give it away. What is it? This is an ancient meditation. This is an ancient meditation that I am not the flesh. I am the energy, the consciousness, the being in the flesh. And this is proof. This is no faith. This is not religion. This is actual fact. You can speak without moving your mouth. You can hear without ears. You can see without eyes. So what happens when these eyes, this mouth, and this ear drops off into the grave? These other senses are all you're left with. Death is an illusion. Once you realize this, you live your life more courageously. Now, no one wants to die before their time, so you try to protect yourself. But know that this body is the limitation of you. It is not your zenith. It is not your ultimate. Your ultimate is that voice that just said rock star.
Fifth dimension explode.
So what do you think about that? Honestly, I agree, because when I went and I did my past life regression session, I wanted to know my origin because I believed that I was from a different planet, right? And when I did that, I went back and said that I am creation. I am the creator of life. I am creation. And it was so beautiful. Like, I honestly wish she still had the tape. But honestly, when we did recording, it was just static. So it wasn't able to be saved. But weird things like that always happen for me. So I wasn't shocked. It's like I already had a feeling something like that was going to happen. But like, let's watch Rashad Jamal's take.
Religion is the worship of Satan, not God. Religion is the worship, not just Christianity, all religion. That's why it divides people. It separates people. It takes your energy. It takes your money. It gives you false hopes. It gives you hope. Hope ain't real in the universe.
At all.
Ain't no such thing as no motherfucking hope. Ain't no such thing as trying. Either it is or it isn't. If anybody tell you I'm working on some shit, it's a jinn in there. If anybody spellcast and say, I'm trying, it's a gin on them. It's an archon within that avatar. We are gods. We don't try to do shit. We do or we don't. Ain't no such thing as hope. Either it is or it isn't. Hope is what got generations of us fucked up spiritually, hoping on some shit. When has hope ever worked in your life? In your real life, nigga? Did you hope to pay your bills, nigga? No, nigga. You went and paid your bills. Do you hope to raise your kids? No. You raise your kids. Or you don't raise your kids. You don't need no book to tell you that. So, this is how they do, because they are the seeds of Satan. Satan was the father of tricknology, for it is the weapon that he gave his creation. Never underestimate the power of a lie. You crazy? That's the worst weapon for a motherfucker to lie to you. I'd rather be around a murderer, a thief, than a liar. Cause with a murderer, I know how he coming. He a killer, I know he gonna kill something. He a drug dealer, I know he gonna sell some drugs. He's religious, I know he's gonna worship God. He's a thief, he gonna steal some shit. But with a liar, you will never know how they coming. Never know how they coming, when they coming, where they coming, or even why they are coming. Our oppressors, these human beings, are master manipulators. Remember, family, how did they take this planet from you? They didn't come take it like no gorillas. Nigga, they didn't hop off the ship like no gangsters to say, we want this bitch, now let's war. No, they didn't. They came like the cowards they always been, nigga. They came deceptively. See what I'm saying? Hi, y'all, we come in peace. Can y'all teach us? We love y'all. We worship y'all. Wow, we've never said, can we learn from you? Nigga, they sat down with us. They sat down, a section of them that we allowed to sit down with us and let them scribe. We never had scribes. We didn't scribe shit. We inscribe, nigga. We ain't got to scribe shit. We are Alpha and Omega. We didn't even talk using words. We used telepathy. We wasn't writing no motherfucking books. When I'm sitting here talking to y'all, do you see me with a book, nigga? Do you see me with a paper, nigga, at the podium, nigga, like your favorite pastor and Dr. Umar and these lying motherfuckers? Motherfucker got a whole book. Nigga, even in religion, nigga got a whole, you read from a book. Yeah, let the congregation, Dickie Jones, can you pass the collection plate around one time for me, brother, please? Thank you. No. Fuck that. This how they bitch ass be, nigga. Nah, they wanna use some shit. I told y'all I was gonna talk my shit. Facts. You feel me? Alright, cool. That's what's up. You feel me? Y'all wanna mute some shit, bitch? Y'all shouldn't have fucked.
So, how do you feel about everything he just said? I personally agree, because there's nothing worse than a liar. You'd never know what a liar is up to, what they're doing, because they're constantly lying, smiling in your face like everything is all right when it's not, right? That's the most dangerous one, is a liar. But I'm interested in knowing what my friends think. I will be posting more videos, so you'll see more of me soon, friends. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to be my best friends. Thanks for watching with me. Bye.
and green. Fairies dance like shadows seeing.